Alright, it's working. So, wow. Okay, I should probably open that in open that in another tab.
Look around you, imagine dragons. Imagine dragons.
Okay, so I think the audio is working fine. Okay, so I think the audio is working fine. So let's, yeah. Alright, so last thing I was doing was, bend ground. Adjustable is what it was. Sorry this part's taking so long. It's just this ARG. It's taking so long to get through. Hopefully I'll be able to do it. I'll be able to go faster with the other ARGs when they because they're definitely more on this iceberg. It's just this tier I just don't find it that interesting because I've heard of this. I know about Vendrell. I know what it is. I didn't know about this ARG part, but to be honest, it's just not as interesting as the original Vendrell. It's not like it's bad. It's good. Putting this on 2 times speed because this is taking 6.5 hours to get through. Also, what the hell is that whole other world undergoing an apocalypse thing about? Like, how does that in any way relate to this ARG? So it just doesn't feel like it feels like, oh man, there's this guy in my way and I need to get something to eat that I want. Nothing impressive. Alright, cool. Alright, the Happy Mask Salesman.wmv. Oh my gosh, it's actually 10 minutes. I'll try to read description. There's more information. Right. This is supposed to be like about the vote. Anyway, father right there for a second. Okay, go. Finish this. I want to get to the end of this spin and drown thing so badly just so I can move on to something else. Oh, here's this. Oh, good. We're finally up there. Let's move in. There's like 7 more videos after this. Making it sound like I hate this. I really don't. I've just been doing it like the last two times I've been researching this. It's just a little draining, I can't lie. This is sort of get into like the whole dying world thing we keep trying to send me do, well, thanks or whatever. Something away. Alright, I'm back. There's something like clicking noise, there's like the water. Follow her! Happy mask salesman. Follow you there. Wow. All right, on to the next one. It is. Not yet, not yet. Okay, only a few more to go, and some of them are short. I don't want those fucking forever. Okay. Any information about what they voted on? No, no, no. Hold on. Yeah, this is a dying world.wmv. All right, let's go. Okay. So like being followed by the glitchiness, I guess. Mm. Okay. Please play go. Oh my gosh, this is 25 minutes long. Oh well. This really is only actually going to be like 12.5 minutes for me, but still.
That's actually really funny. Stupid things. Drool. Is that the father? Are you from the adjustable or something? somehow Story Gamer. I mean, that wouldn't make sense because it wasn't the day, because like the whole time loop thing, so maybe. I just look at the iceberg. Next thing's keyboard cat. I'm not allowed to watch keyboard cats. Yeah, that's right. Is there any more simple things after this?
Back in 2007, the young.
No, stop. Sorry, I should get something up here really quickly.
Okay. It's kind of cheesy now.
Yeah, who are you? Okay. Asshole. Alright. Only like 5 more to go. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 more to go. Alright, the predecessor .w would be. Just going to be adjustable now. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Come on, citizens. Just watch me look at. So these are the main children, I guess. Dance. Divided by plus there wouldn't. Just let's see, all or something. Oh my gosh, this is so cheesy. I'm gonna put the rest of this. Yeah. So that's happening. All good, all good at the end. Just 4 more to go after this, and 2 of them are really short.
Wait. Yeah, so I wonder if that's a part of this. Anyway, yeah, now the showdown.mov WB. Starting with a little flashback, you see. We finally made it to a lot of commotion here. I thought that taking all of the masks before you could get to them would stop out. Hold on. You go get some.
know who Alex and Civil people are, so I don't have any, context for them. Oh, watermelon. Serious ends. I know serious ended, but it's kind of funny. Wait, oh. Okay, okay, you actually got me with that one, haha. Okay. Okay, well played, well played. How did I not recognize that these were videos that I would get recommended? I'm going to the bathroom, give me some. So I'm actually kind of invested now. I'm curious how will the story continue on from here. Are you kidding me? I actually had someone in my chat, and someone's spamming the best adult dating site. Really? I mean, whatever. I assume the comments are gonna boost the algorithm in some way, so might as well keep them there. Anyways, I'm curious. Is this part of the ARG? Not in
A famous doctor once said that suffering can lead to transformation, and that out of ashes.
What is this?
A famous doctor once said that suffering can lead to transformation, and that out of ashes births a phoenix. We believe humanity has a greater destiny, not one that was meant for a life of living in perpetual debt, in a world full of poverty, violence, and corruption. At the Eternity Project, we set out with a mission to help alleviate the suffering and give us, all of us, a chance to prosper as we were always destined to. In the early 2000s, development of this technology began, and our team at Xavier Solutions has spent the last 2 decades working tirelessly with our research and development teams to ensure the safety and longevity of the project. Before we in 2020, we are proud to announce that the Eternity Project has passed its final preliminary test and is ready for its general public. There is no age requirement to join, no financial obligation, no discrimination of any kind, although priority treatment is given to those who are approaching end of life. Once a part of the Eternity Project, you and your loved ones can enjoy a carefree existence, experiencing new joys in the various worlds we designed. Here, you can live without fear of pain or death. You can take on any role, be the hero of your favorite movie, rescue the princess from an evil dragon, relive your childhood through some of your favorite video games. Or if you want the more traditional experience of an afterlife, you can enjoy your own simulated version of heaven, catered to your generalized denomination. Dedicated is always ensuring the proper safety and management of our worlds with multiple backups. Keep in mind that the number and fidelity of or dedicated team always ensure proper safety and management of our worlds with multiple backups. Keep in mind that the number and fidelity of the available worlds for our patients is increasing with each and every passing year. So if your perfect world doesn't currently exist, well, it just might tomorrow. So how does it work? It starts with a simple procedure on the patient's left hand. Here we'll be able to test if your body is compatible with our augmented technology. If the implant isn't rejected by the body, you will then be assigned to a personalized physician to discuss what manner of care is best for you and what world you might be best suited for initially. Keep in mind, this is only a starting point. You can move between different worlds to meet up with friends and family at your leisure. Next, you'll be able to schedule a series of appointments at one of your local healthcare centers for your digitization process. In these appointments, we get to know you a little bit better by administering personalized tests on different attributes, ranging from cognition, perception, negative triggers, favorite memories, political beliefs, and more. The goal is to create a complete personality file on you, leading up to your actual digitization. Why? Because each one of us is a unique and wonderful human being. We go through extraordinary lengths to ensure that the digitization process captures every essence of what makes you, well, you. Once digitized, links to ensure that the digitization process captures every essence of what makes you, well,
Holy fuck. Scott the Waz.
you. Once digitized, you'll be able to enjoy your newfound freedom. You've become part of a world where anything is possible, and you have eternity to enjoy it. So join us on our endeavor to connect the world in perfect harmony. For millennia, humanity has always lived in the shadow of our greatest enemy, death. But now, there is no reason to fear it. We have created eternity.
No, that's cool, Elon Musk. So what the hell is that? What? For some reason, I thought it looked completely different. I don't know. Let's scroll back. Anyway, yeah, shows us the company that made the cartridge, I guess. Soma bottles. I looked it up, and I'm getting bra sales. Get some PS4 game that you can heard of. Alright, there's two more left. One wasn't too long, and the other is I know Eternity Project makes sense because this is taking a fucking eternity. Uh-oh, it's the father. So unresponsive is too late now, I guess. Stop! Or you? I didn't know where you was Sanyon Chuan. Okay, good. I've been waiting. What is it in there? I was expecting. So this decision is going to be a final decision that leads to the final end video. Oh, I'm going to get something. I assume these are open from the website, ARG.
Hmm.
Wait, are you one of the people in the like? Could you participate and like donate to get put in this part? Okay, so it was yeah. All right, the end. Finally. And then I can record the thing about. Well, no, I'm gonna have to watch it. Explains this because there are definitely some details I missed out. But then I record it, and then I finally watched fucking Keyboard Cat. Oof. Woohoo.
Hey, the stream has officially lasted 69 minutes. Is the guy a bad guy then? Okay, that's just a bad guy. I know because his eyes turn spooky. Okay, the moon being tiny like that is actually kind of funny. More than anything. So I assume it's now time, or it's going to be time, for the final battle against the father, right? Oh yeah, Ben even exists. Just fucking forgot. But you are wrong. Just a look. Huh. Well, at least it's self-aware. I see that. That was just heavy.
Is he finally defeated?
I think he's dead now.
So I suppose there's like some sort of interesting, not like a real person. Like she's like an AI. Well, that was easy. No, so that's the potion guy. That's what that guy's, right? The potion seller, I think. I remember hearing something like forever ago. That guy's like a deleted NPC potion seller guy. Okay, how does salt.txt end of the world stuff, Dr. Dollars? I'm sure how this works. This is very unfitting music. Are you done? I'm ready for keyboard. It's actually kind of awesome though. Ben's mouth moving there was also one of the creepiest things in the series. I'm confused. I am so confused. Yeah. So I clicked on this earlier because I thought it was just, the normal Gravy Foster, but no, there's a. I didn't know that there was a sequel 10 years later, so. Ghost Girl's dead. Which is no shock. I just be able to on you. Well, that was that. Alright, let's go.
Welcome to Game Domain. On this Halloween day, we have quite the story to tell, the one of Ben Drowned. Created by Alex Hall in 2010, it's a creepypasta based on The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, separated into 3 arcs written from 2010 to 2020. Ben Drowned is one, if not the most...
Yeah.
most popular creepypasta of all time. It has pioneered many of the tropes now common in the medium, and shown the many ways to use the internet to create a fascinating narrative, in which the readers have a say in the way the story unfolds. Without further ado, sit back, relax, and prepare yourself for the frights. Named Jay Duskell. The youngster had just moved to his dorms for his sophomore year, and an old friend of his gifted him an old Nintendo 64. It came with a yellow controller and a copy of Super Smash Bros. 64. However, Duskell quickly grew bored of constantly playing Smash, and decided to scour the local garage sales over the weekend. For his troubles, he gained copies of GoldenEye, F-Zero, and Pokemon Stadium. As he was heading back home, however, a particular house caught his attention. He was greeted by an old man with an odd sort of aura to him. While he did not look weird physically, Jay Duskell still got displeasing vibes from him. Jay Duskell asked if he had any games to sell. The old man replied in the affirmative, and instructed him to wait while he went to fetch what he had. While waiting, our college student noticed a weird sort of mask that looked a little like Majora's Mask.
Okay, hold on. Are they gonna explain that? If this cartridge was like produced by a company, like what? How did it get in the hands of an old man? And then what was the whole thing about Sarah and the other guy that I don't remember being trapped in like a hotel? Like what? How does those factor in this?
The Legend of Zelda game had been at least 11 years prior, and one that he was particularly looking forward to his little shopping trip. When the old man came back, he handed Jay Duskell a gray Nintendo 64 cartridge, the only word Majora written on it. The old man explained that it used to belong to a boy around the same age as our protagonist, who unfortunately didn't live here anymore, and that as a result he offered to give the game for free. Jay Duskell took the offer without hesitating, and was prompted to make his way back home, but not before the old man wished him well, and sent him away by saying goodbye. Then, at least that's what Jay Duskell thought he heard, but when he got home and opened the game, there was a lone save file sporting the name Ben. Our college boy concurred with the old man in his senility, mistook him for a certain Ben he used to know. Ben's file was near the endgame, but it seems he had never finished the game. Jay Duskell then decided to start a new file, and name himself Link, as players of the series tend to do. To his surprise, the game ran much smoother, and was less buggy than he anticipated, except for the occasional texture errors. And one other thing, NPCs would sometimes refer to him as Link, while other times refer to him as Ben. In an attempt to fix this, Jay Duskell deleted Ben's file, and now NPCs wouldn't refer to him as anything. There was only a blank space where a name would only be. Tired of dealing with all this, Jay Duskell chose to close the game. He would nonetheless start posting about his experiences with the game on 4chan. The following day, Jay Duskell decided to try numerous ways to modify the game, until he even performed the 4-day glitch, a well-known glitch in the community that allows the user to skip the ending of the 3rd day, and explore the game as it is shown in the credits. However, performing the glitch seemed to really disturb this particular. Jay Duskell now found himself in Clocktown, all of its inhabitants gone. Our young man tried to advance time, but couldn't. All the while, the laugh of the happy-masked salesman echoed on repeat, and replaced the record of background music. Jay Duskell tried to reach a game over by drowning Link, but the latter would only clutch his head, with his mass transformation animation, with the image of the salesman laughing flashing on the screen. As he continued walking around the empty Clocktown, Jay Duskell couldn't help himself but shed tears at how distorted and depressing the game had turned, with seemingly no way for him to escape. Then, as if things couldn't get any weirder, the Song of Healing started playing in reverse, and the statue of Elegy suddenly appeared on screen, staring right at him with its soulless gaze, causing Jay Duskell to let out a panic scream. He tried to flee the statue, but somehow managed to keep tracking him. It was almost like the statue was haunting him. The thought of closing the game never even occurred to the young man. The terror he felt frozen, and he felt like he was unable to stop playing the game. As a desperate attempt, J. Decibel tried to look directly at the statue, but the screen suddenly went back to the happy salesman. Then to Link turned to stare directly at J. Decibel. Eventually, the salesman, the statue, and Link were all staring straight at him. Over the following days, J. continued to find one such instance is when he found himself fighting against Skullkid on the roof clock tower. He tried hitting him with 2 arrows and hit, but at the third one he was met with a text box saying, "That won't do you any good," before being picked off the ground and thrown, which caused Link to burst into flames, something that no enemy in the game is meant to be able to do. After a death scene in which Skullkid's laughter echoed, J. Decibel found himself back facing Skullkid. This time he tried to simply charge. The moment he did, Link once again burst into flames. In his third attempt, J. Decibel tried playing the Song of Time, only for Link to once again take fire. After this particular death, J. Decibel encountered a screen showcasing Link's dead body and Skullkid simply floating above him. He couldn't move, don't press anything, only stare at Link's deceased body before the screen faded out to one of the game's most iconic lines. "You've met with a terrible fate, haven't you?" Once back in the title screen, J. Decibel noticed that a save file named Link was now your turn. The save file had 3 hearts, no masks or items. When entering the save, he found himself back looking at the dead Link scene with the floating Skullkid. Pressing reset sent him back to the title screen. Now a new save appeared. Ben's save, looking identical to how it was before J. Decibel deleted it. Scared out of his mind, J. Decibel tried returning the game to the old man, only to find the home empty. J. Decibel noticed one of the man's neighbors and pried him for information. The neighbor informed him that the old man had simply moved away. Before leaving, however, the college student asked for any information on certain Ben. The neighbor answered that a young boy named Ben used to live here, but 8 years ago, on April 23rd, an incident happened to him. He refused to elaborate more, unfortunately. J. Decibel went back home and uploaded footage from the previous day's events alongside a summary to 4chan's Supernatural Board /X. Day 4.WMV would be the first of a couple of videos J. Decibel will release on his YouTube channel related to the game. After going through another session of weird happenings in the game, notably Zora Lake choking on water, and seeing opponent Skullkid, double statue, and a salesman in terminal field, J. Decibel was brought back to the title screen. On it, he was met with a new save file alongside Ben, drowned. This allowed him to conclude that what happened to Ben was that he drowned, and his ghost somehow found his way inside this Majora's Mask cartridge. J. Decibel made another summary for another video he uploaded called Ben That's That he drowned, and his ghost somehow found his way inside this Majora's Mask cartridge. J. Decibel made another summary for another video he uploaded called Ben.WMV, showcasing what he witnessed. At about the same time, a figure calling themselves Ben starts interacting with J. Decibel in, but also outside of the game, by changing his wallpaper to the Statue of Elegy, and speaking to him through the AI Cleverbot. J. Decibel would then start experiencing dreams about the Moon Children, a race of NPCs who appear in the original game, and the happy masked salesman in which he himself transformed into the Statue of Elegy. Whenever J. Decibel would contact Ben and ask why he acted the way he did, he would only respond that it's purely for his own enjoyment. J. Decibel would release a third video titled Drowned.WMV, in which he explores the Drowned save file. The playthrough is mostly characterized by the net. He would contact Ben and ask why he acted the way he did. He would only respond that it's purely for his own enjoyment. J. Decibel would release a third video titled Drowned.WMV, in which he explores the Drowned save file. The playthrough is mostly characterized by the many ominous texts. "You shouldn't have done that. Ben is getting low."
Hold on.
Lonely. And finally, you will be given one last chance, back to where it all began. The warning signaling the dawn of the final day appears, before going back to the title screen where J. Decibel's original link save reappears. J. Decibel had another video titled Children.WMV supposedly recorded and written, but oddly, never released. The final video was recorded and named Matt.WMV. Never done that. Ben is getting lonely. And finally, you will be given one last chance, back to where it all began. The warning signaling the dawn of the final day appears, before going back to the title screen where J. Decibel's original link save reappears. J. Decibel had another video titled Children.WMV supposedly recorded and written, but oddly, never released. The final video was recorded and named Matt.WMV, but would instead come out titled J. Decibel.WMV, and would be posted by J. Decibel's roommate Tyler alongside the usual summary. The summary stated that J. Decibel had gone home, but left a flash drive with upload instructions to Tyler. More intriguing, however, was that it also stated that a document named The Truth would become available on September 15th. In a document titled The Truth, written by J. Decibel, but shared by his roommate Tyler, it would come to light that Ben had actually managed to hijack J. Decibel's computer, essentially allowing him to escape from the cartridge into the real world with J. Decibel's video camera. It's also revealed that Ben censored Ben.WMV, specifically a part that mentioned the Moon Children, Matt.WMV, and Children.WMV. The Truth also revealed that the whole summary for J. Decibel.WMV was made up by Ben, and that J. Decibel never had a roommate. Our protagonist says he decided to burn the cartridge while also destroying his laptop. He would never be seen again. Second arc, Moon Children. The second arc of the story is an ARG set on a website. As such, this arc follows not one character, but instead a group of enjoyers of the creepypasta, who combine their efforts to figure out the truth. 2 days after Ben escaped from the cartridge, a cult called the Moon Children revealed themselves to the public. Not long after, followers of J. Decibel's story discovered a cipher on the latter's YouTube channel. This cipher led to the cult's website, YouShouldn'tHaveDoneThat.net. On this website, 3 moderators spoke of one of their members' ascensions. Administrator named Drown, Mr. D, made a post to address the visitors. He said that they shouldn't be here. After users searched the site, they learned that Ben used to be a member of this cult, Apparently, Ben was sacrificed amongst others at this cult to achieve ascension. It was also revealed that a member named Alex recently betrayed the cult, and that members believe in an end-of-times prophecy given by their deceased prophet Kelvis in 1998. This prophecy suggested that the moon was going to destroy the Earth. The following day, users contacted the modder Ifrit, whose real name was actually Matt Hubris. The users interrogated him on certain things. Eventually, Ifrit referred to Rosa and Ben as his siblings, though whether he is truly related to either is left up in the air. Soon after, Ifrit disappeared, and the cult's website collapsed, but not before a video of the Song of Time was released on a hidden page as a response to one of J. Decibel's videos. The following day, the site was back up online. However, there was something different now. The site seemed to be in a glitchy state. Previous posts posted again, but at the current time. It was as if the site had actually been influenced by the Song of Time for the game. Followers tried to use this to their advantage, and used various songs from the game to change the course of events. By doing this, the followers were able to enter contact with Rosa. Rosa confirmed that her brother Matt had disappeared, as well as moderators Inside, Neko, and Duskworld23, who were to be ascended, aka sacrificed. Unfortunately, the followers' attempt to reach Rosa resulted in Rosa's tragic death by a resurrected Kelvis. At the same time, the traitor known as Alex is murdered for trying to stop the cult. Alex wouldn't stay dead for long, however, as it is discovered that the website loops every 3 days, just like in Majora's Mask, meaning that Alex was still alive in this new cycle. On September 20th, the author of the creepypasta, Alex, was forced to put a stop to the ARG due to financial difficulties. However, thanks to some generous donations, the website was kept up. Following this donation, it seemed that the story was picking back up after some changes were made to the site. In these changes, users found several hidden files that contained things like used assets and documents that seemed aimed directly at them. Amongst this, they discovered the 59th file, mhftt.txt. This file seemed to be a message written by moderator Ifrit before he disappeared. The text in the file speaks of a follower of the story named Cade Ryukazi Hendricks, who spoke with Rosa before her death. Apparently, Hendricks' life was being threatened by who was assumed to be Kelvis. Ryuzaki would release videos indicating that he does feel like his life is at risk. However, those videos are seen as ambiguous canon, since they don't tend to be referenced much later. 1 month later, a video by Ben was released on J. Decibel's channel. This video signaled that the arc would be coming to an end, with new changes appearing on the Moon Children site. On February 17, 2011, a brand new forum titled Within Hubris was launched for users for the next part of the story. In this forum, it was discovered what seemed to be the spirits of former members of the cult. Not soon after, members of the forum received newsletter clippings from the suicide murder that happened 3 months ago in New York, with a message from Ben. February 27 saw the release of a video titled HB is Real, that featured the interior of the house depicted in the newspaper. Following this, the arc, alongside the story, was put on hiatus by Alex Hall. The third arc, Awakening. After Hughes was launched for users for the next part of the story. In this forum, his life is at risk. However, those videos are seen as ambiguous canon, since they don't tend to be referenced much later. 1 month later, a video by Ben was released on J. Decibel's channel. This video signaled that the arc would be coming to an end, with new changes appearing on the Moon Children site. On February 17, 2011, a brand new forum titled Within Hubris was launched for users for the next part of the story. In this forum, it was discovered what seemed to be the spirits of former members of the cult. Not soon after, members of the forum received newsletter clippings from the suicide murder that happened 3 months ago in New York, with a message from Ben. February 27 saw the release of a video titled HB is Real, that featured the interior of the house depicted in the newspaper. Following this, the arc, alongside the story, was put on hiatus by Alex Hall. The third arc, Awakening. Things are far from over, however, as in March of 2020, the curtain rises on a new storyline. The YouTube channel previously managed by J. Decibel and Ben is overtaken by a new face, going by the name of Jadis. Amongst the many cryptic videos he released, such as the elusive Children.wmv from the first arc, one in particular revealed a shocking truth. On April 11th, a video titled Kelvis.wmv was set to premiere on J. Decibel's channel. The title would be changed for Father.wmv, but both it and the description received constant changes. Stop uploading this. He is already dead. This doesn't matter. They don't need to see this. Kelvis was doing his best to prevent the truth from being revealed to the public. Father.wmv depicted the continuation of J. Decibel.wmv, as we witnessed J. Decibel's final moments in the game. This served to confirm that J. Decibel had died after the haunted cartridge arc, presumably by Kelvis. Through his videos, other details about J. Decibel's origins start to become clearer. According to Jadis, some catastrophic event in 2012 had such deep global repercussions that it led to a modern Great Recession and the fall of American society by 2018. Not only that, he theorized that the virus dubbed Heroes was a partial cause of this great collapse. He believed that himself and his partner Denton are one of the few survivors. At around the same time, a site called Methods of Revolution opened, and on it was a poll with the question, awaken the second player, with only yes and no as choices. As users found this poll, they voted, and the final result was a 70-30 win for yes. The second player woke up imprisoned inside of a hotel, unaware of where they were or how they got there. An individual named Abel entered in contact with the player, and warned that if they left their room, they would be killed. The player ignored Abel's warning and tried to escape. As they roamed the halls of the hotel, they got captured by the gas mask-wearing jailer and were murdered. Days after the death of the second player, a third player made their appearance. Just like with the previous player, they were contacted by a sour Abel, who warned them not to leave. This time, the player decided to obey, and as a result was rewarded with a Nintendo 64. But more importantly, she was given the exact same cartridge that J. Decibel had bought from the old man, all the way back in the first arc. The player created a new save file, and through this we learned her name to be Sarah. Within the cartridge, Sarah encountered a seemingly benevolent spirit of the original Ben. Ben asked her to play a song for him. Sarah chooses to play the Song of Healing, as in the game it is used to mend troubled spirits. Now healed, Ben shows his thanks to Sarah by explaining the truth about himself and the cartridge. Kelvis, aka the Father, had been tormenting Ben and various other spirits inside the world of the cartridge, including J. Decibel and Rosa, who he had killed in the second arc. The souls hid themselves deep within the game's code, which caused multiple glitches that led to the game becoming unplayable. Ben's spirit begged Sarah to defeat the Father, and granted her a mask that transforms her into Link's adult form from Ocarina of Time. Ben specified that this adult mask contained the spirits of multiple people seeking revenge against the Father. Sarah accepted to heed Ben's plea, played the Song of Time, and transported herself. Abel resumed communications with Sarah, and claimed that the game was back to its state before J. Decibel first meddled with it. Abel revealed shocking news about what Ben, capital letters, is. Ben, or Behavioral Even Network, is a hive mind consisting of the digitized Moon Children AI program from Majora's Mask, who gained sentience through some unknown ways. Abel says that the network was named after Ben, because he was the first soul to successfully get digitized. Abel then suggested that Sarah stand by, while he would come to get her out of the cartridge and teach her a couple of other things. Sarah ignored Abel's advice and continued to play the game. After the clock down, the game looked exactly like it normally does. More glitches, more weird music, just ordinary clock time. On her way, she encountered the potion seller, an unused NPC in Majora's Mask, who actually turned out to be
Yeah, see, I was
He
right.
informed her that Ben was in her way. She encountered the potion seller, an unused NPC in Majora's Mask, who actually turned out to be Ifrit. He informed her that Ben was an innocent boy, fan of the Zelda series, who got manipulated and sacrificed by the cult. According to the potion seller, Ben was trapped and unable to do anything, until Jay Decibel performed the Day 4 glitch, which broke the boy from his restraints. He tried to communicate with Jay Decibel to guide him towards defeating the father, but his attempts did not succeed. Not only that, now that the game had gone back to normal, Ben had also gone back to his previous enslaved state, and the only way to free him would be to execute the glitch once more. Ifrit, just like Ben, asked Sarah to defeat the father and end this once and for all. Sarah continued to play the game until she encountered a moonchild who ran from her. When she managed to catch up to it, she only found a heart. Ifrit contacted her and explained that to free the souls within the cartridge, she would need to gather 3 hearts. For the Romani Ranch, she would encounter some other moonchildren tormenting a singular NPC. After warning them off, the NPC introduces herself as Rosa and claims to have been stuck in the ranch since 2010 and gives our protagonist the pendant of memories, which held all of her memories that she claimed will help free the other souls. Sarah used the pendant on Paul, which led him to recovering his true identity as Circle, who from now on would serve as Sarah's voice. Advised by Rosa, Sarah made her way to Snowhead in search of the second moonchild. Identity as Circle, who from now on that she claimed will help free the other souls. Sarah used the pendant on Paul, which led him to recovering his true identity as Circle, who from now on would serve as Sarah's voice. Advised by Rosa, Sarah made her way to Snowhead in search of the second moonchild. When Sarah arrived, she noticed how the area was deteriorating and how nobody was there. That is, except for Kaipora Gebora, who claimed to be a digitized soul named Ryan. He led Sarah to the Lens of Truth, which helps her meet with the ghost of Darmani. The latter refuses to cooperate with Sarah because all the souls inside of Sarah's mask make her appear as a monster, leading him to believe that she's the reason why the world's falling apart. After the conversation, Sarah leaves Darmani and finds the hookshot. Not long after, Sarah finally encounters the second moonchild, Godchild. Sarah was only able to triumph thanks to the light arrows Rosa gave him in the fight. Godchild now has been defeated, so the night of the second day started. Only 36 hours remain. In search of the final moonchild, Sarah made her way to the Great Bay. On her way, the world was becoming more and more corrupted, with trees glitching and snowballs being placed all over the map. Finally, Sarah met with her target, Georg Child. The fight was rough, as none of Sarah's attacks seemed to hurt the giant fish. Even Rosa was unable to assist our protagonist. Finding no way to lead to victory, Sarah fled. She ran into a white void until the flash momentarily blinded her vision. When her vision cleared, she found herself looking straight at Zora. The dawn of the final day had started, and only 24 hours remained. The reason why Sarah had no access to any mask other than the adult one was because Zora Link had them all in his possession. Link removed the Zora mask and returned to his child form, all the while revealing his allegiance to the father. Link and Sarah were both transported to the Chamber of Sages, and the two engaged in a battle to the death, with Link making use of the fierce deity mask. During the hard-fought battle, the truth is laid bare. Sarah was not just fighting Link, she was fighting her predecessor, Jay Decibel, the hero from the start of the story. Despite a valiant effort, Sarah unfortunately met her end at the hands of Jay Decibel. Just before the video ends, a link will be seen on screen, which led to a site called eternityproject.com. The users can access the site and check on the status of the characters of the story. The Eternity Project site was founded by the members of a group called The Family, whose goal was to ascend out of this world to avoid an upcoming world-ending apocalypse in 2020. Abel contacted the users and gave them access to the Heart of World Alpha, another name for the haunted cartridge. Users could upload a code that Abel hoped would prevent the cartridge's world from imploding. The users got to work and tried sending in many codes. But one user got through, and their efforts led to the resurrection of Sarah in Clocktown. However, Sarah did not have her adult mask or Ocarina of Time. She entered a building that led her to a space with Rosa and all the other humans digitized within Majora's Mask. Without the Ocarina, and with only 12 hours left before the crash of the moon, everyone debated whether to let the moon crash, or to have Sarah perform the Day 4 glitch, knowing that it could unleash the father. Sarah stood up and left for the observatory. Sarah intended to perform the glitch, but the actual choice was left in the hands of the users. The users voted to perform the glitch. Doing so returned the game to its glitch state. This was what Ifrit wanted all this time, for Sarah to perform the Day 4 glitch and revive the father, so that he could shape the world the way he wanted it. Instead of the inhabitants, Clocktown was now full of worshippers of the father. The happy masked salesman, Jacob, and all the other humans digitized within Majora's Mask. Without the Ocarina, and with only 12 hours left before the crash of the moon, everyone debated whether to let the moon crash, or to have Sarah perform the Day 4 glitch, knowing that it could unleash the father. Sarah stood up and left for the observatory. Sarah intended to perform the glitch, but the actual choice was left in the hands of the users. The users voted to perform the glitch. Doing so returned the game to its glitch state. This was what Ifrit wanted all this time, for Sarah to perform the Day 4 glitch and revive the father, so that he could shape the world the way he wanted it. Instead of the inhabitants, Clocktown was now full of worshippers of the father. The happy masked salesman could be seen burning at a stake near Ifrit, with 7 banker characters praying to the burning salesman. One of those bankers went to Sarah's side and asked her to join the cult of the father. She refused, which caused the banker to say, "You shouldn't have done that." In order to avoid all the insanity in town, Sarah decided to take cover inside a clock tower, where Jay Decibel and the now freed Ben were hiding. Jay Decibel explains that he only fought Sarah in an attempt to stop her from performing the glitch he did a decade ago. Jay Decibel reveals that he had actually been made a protector of World Alpha, but that despite his best efforts, the worst case scenario still happened, and everything was Sarah's fault. Nevertheless, Jay Decibel took the decision to give the girl his role as the protector of this world. Jay Decibel disappeared in a white light, leaving only Ben and Sarah in her adult link form once again, and with possession of the Ocarina. With her newfound strength, Sarah went to confront Ifrit and the third moonchild once again. However, this time it held the form of Majora Wrath, the third form of the final boss of the game. Sarah tried to fight the beast through regular combat, but then decided to use the Ocarina and play the Song of Healing. Playing the Song of Healing caused the final moonchild to disappear. Ifrit threatened Sarah, but he also disappeared, only to be replaced by the father himself. When Sarah saw the father, instead of attacking him, Sarah presented the Pendant of Memories, which confused the father. The Song of Healing. Playing the Song of Healing caused the final moonchild to disappear. Ifrit threatened Sarah, but he also disappeared, only to be replaced by the father himself. When Sarah saw the father, instead of attacking him, Sarah presented the Pendant of Memories, which confused the father. The father cried out, "What a strange gesture! You are not like the ones before. They attack and want me to destroy." Circle responded by interrogating the father, asking who he was and why he acted the way he did. The father referred to himself as the last remaining god of this world. He said that he is reflexive in his design, and that he supports World Alpha's desire of responding to its stimuli. When he asked whether they were here to change his parameters, Circle responded in the affirmative, leading to the father claiming, "Very well, I will remove all anomalies from World Alpha to facilitate this new directive." He explained that removing Ifrit was part of this new directive. Ben's soul being placed inside the Statue of Elegy was apparently a mistake by a dated AI, and that, as such, Ben would be placed in a proper body this time. Kelbris also stated that everyone inside of the cartridge would experience a reset, meaning that no one would remember the actions of Sarah, and as to the latter, even the father did not know what happened to her, as she faded away. The final scene of the series is young Link in the sewers under Clocktown, waving at the audience, with the elegy of emptiness next to him. Whew, what a ride. I hope you all enjoyed this dive through the long and complex story concocted by Alex Hall. Hopefully we managed to scare you a little on this spooky day. Happy Halloween, everyone, and see you in the next video.
Alright, so the TXT had nothing to do with anything. Like, what? We never got any answers. What was the point of that? I don't get it. Okay. As much as I love to watch this, I don't have infinite time right here. Why? Why? Like, I'm not watching this. This is like, no. What the fuck? I guess this is just whatever. But no, I'm. Why? What the fuck? Okay, well, I'm going to go, download some of the Ben Drum videos that I find, important enough to download. And then I guess I'll record the thing. So that was very important. Okay, well, if I put into it enough money, I don't care. What the hell is going on? Anyway, let's, so I think the ones I want to save are this one, since it's like the iconic part. It's probably the most iconic Ben Drum video.
think I'll do 30. That's number. Let me pull up Y2 mate really quickly so I can start downloading this. Alright, download, yeah, sure, that's good enough quality. Alright, good, thank you. And then why is the profile picture look corporate? Anyway, wait, the epilogue? No! No, there's more. There's more. Okay, just right. Okay, thank goodness. Yeah, the well, look dark. It just didn't fit in. Oh. Okay, well, that's official canon. Anyway, no, I'm not watching. It's obviously not canon. I don't care. Obviously, I need to find the where was it? Cylinder, Thanos and Biden. Yeah, that one's gonna be real important here. Which is the one where the guy gets killed in? No, it's too late. I think it was this one, Day 11, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, I guess it's the one where he sees the guy. So maybe the first Methods of Revolution, is that the one? Come on, work with me here. Alright, so yeah, download this one. Alright, and I guess I'll do Yeah, I guess I'll just go at the end. It's not like I'm gonna go for top tier editing here. I'm just gonna find some basic background footage. Oh, no, not Ben. Finally, Ben. Okay. Now move those all into the iceberg folder. All right. And now I just need to record it. All right. I'm gonna spit this gum out first. All right. All right. Let's go to the feed. Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay, found what's going on there. Anyway, all right, let's go feed. Wait a minute. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, sure. This tab instead. I've already. Here we go. Lead.com. Dashboard. Record video. Ben drowned videos. Wait, make sure this is working. No, shut up. Wait, I didn't mean that. No. That's what I meant to do. No, go back. Ben drowned videos. Okay, it's fine. All right. Oh, this is gonna be a lot. All right, it's gonna be the longest entries. Just gonna ramble on.
All right, Ben. Don't start with all right. What's wrong with you? Stop. Ben Drowned videos. Ben Drowned is a creepypasta about the game The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, a game which was already pretty dark when compared to other Zelda games to begin with. So it's only natural that in the early 2010s, when creepypastas were at their peak, that one will get written about Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. The creepypasta is about this person named Jeducible, who gets a Nintendo 64 and is trying to find games for it. Alright. I just realized I'm gonna go. Well, I have to finish this first. He ends up buying the game cartridge from an old man, and if any of this sounds really cliche, he ends up going to an old man's garage sale where he sold a copy of The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. And if any of this is sounding really cliche to you, that's because this creepypasta basically invented a lot of the creepypasta cliches we now associate with video game creepypasta specifically. So he goes home and he plays The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, and he attempts the 4th day glitch, which is what allows you to basically avoid the moon crashing into the ground on the 3rd day and just kind of keep playing the game. And from there, he ends up unleashing this spirit named Ben, which just so happens to be the name of a save file that was already saved to the account. And interestingly, all the NPCs had already called him Ben. From here, it causes a bunch of glitches to start happening to the world, and eventually, Deducible encounters Skull Kid eventually Deducible encounters Skull Kid who picks Link up and throws him to the ground, lighting him on fire, which kills Link. And this happens repeatedly multiple times, and it's obviously not supposed to happen. So Deducible kind of starts freaking out. He goes and tries to talk to the guy who owned the cartridge, and asks if he knew anything about Ben, to which the guy doesn't really say anything. And then he goes home, where eventually Ben starts talking to him via Cleverbot, which is an AI chat bot thingy, and he starts seeing the image of the statue created via the elegy of emptiness everywhere, which in the game is something you can create. It's basically like a statue of Link that you can leave behind, but they just have this blank, creepy stare. So it was obviously incorporated into the creepypasta as the main form of Ben. Eventually, he ends up progressing through the game, through the creepypasta, he ends up learning that Ben, as the name of the creepypasta would imply, drowned. And then eventually Deducible ends up having like recurring dreams about Ben and about the Moon Children, which are also NPCs in the game. And by the end of the creepypasta, it's implied that Deducible has gotten unalived by Ben. So, if all that sounds complicated, that's because it is. So then the YouTube channel, Deducible's YouTube channel, proceeded to upload videos which essentially recreated the creepypasta, and they did a very good job at it, especially for 2010. Like, the modding is really good and actually would probably be genuinely creepy in the 2010s, and fairly believable as well. But the creepypasta not in there, as the videos linked to a website called the Moon, like the Children of the Moon, which is like some cult that like plans on sacrificing people to an entity called the Father to allow them to ascend. And this is why Ben got unalive, because they were trying to make us so he could ascend. And this whole website had like an ARG built around it with like playing Song of Time on it, because playing like a video that where a link plays a song of time will cause the website to reverse and be essentially stuck in like a 3-day time loop. So like users could change things on it. Eventually this ARG ended kind of without any fanfare and just kind of went out. But then 10 years later in 2020, Deducible decided, the guy, not the character, decided to, you know what, let's continue this. Also in between then he made some podcasts on it, one of which being about being titled Joe Biden and Thanos. So I had to mention that somewhere. But in this here he began the final arc of Ben Drowned, which began with a bunch of .txt videos where it's just people typing about the state of the world. Because apparently in this universe, some world-ending event happened in 2012, and I don't know why they mentioned this. It barely has any impact on the story. It practically has no impact. But anyway, then the story continues as normal with someone waking up in this hotel that they've been locked in, being jailed by this masked figure, and the viewers of the videos had the option to vote on what actions the person would partake in. Eventually, these actions led to the person dying, and then a second person replacing them. With this new person, using this new person eventually receiving the old Majora's Mask cartridge and playing on it. From here, they started interacting with the Moon Children, one of whom, named Rosa, gave her, or wait, not Rosa, one of them named, sorry, I'm looking at what his name was. She ends up talking to someone named Ifrit, who is possessing like this deleted model from the game's files. And he basically says that like Ben is essentially some like collective of children all mashed together, and Ben was the first of them to be unalived. So as such, they named Ben after it, and it's short for like it's an acronym for something. I forgot. I'm gonna be honest. I'm sorry. Um, But so, and Sarah needs to find out how to free Ben from the grasp of the father and everything. And so she's Sarah's the name of the person playing, by the way. So Sarah goes on this big journey where she keeps encountering moon children who give her items that help. Basically, she keeps encountering enemies placed there by some entities, presumably the father or someone else we'll get to in a second, and fighting them off. She's unable to, then she'll meet a moon child who will give her something that'll help her. As she progresses, the world gets progressively more and more glitched up and broken. But eventually she manages to find Deducible, who, as it turns out, after having been absorbed into the game at the end of the original creepypasta, is now working for the father and is essentially trying to protect the world because Sarah's attempt to destroy the father could end up destroying the world instead. So he fights against Sarah and manages to unalive Sarah, which results in this part of the ARG in which people would attempt to enter codes to try and revive Sarah, and eventually succeeded. With Sarah successfully revived, um, she's now meets a bunch of the spirits of the moon children who all start saying, hey, maybe I'll start like debating whether or not they should let the moon crash or perform the fourth day glitch at the risk of destroying the world. And then everyone votes on whether Sarah should do that or not. Eventually, they voted for her to do the glitch, and so she performs it, which results in this like whole ritual thing happening where everyone's like, haha, be cool, this is what I wanted all along, and it will summon the Father to allow us to become like gods and do whatever we want with this world. It's also revealed in like the in like one of the penultimate episodes that it's revealed that like all these people here are trapped here by some sort of AI program created via an evil corporation that's like trying to help people ascend to a digital afterlife after they are unalive, but whatever. Anyway, and so
Sarah performs the fourth day glitch. And Ifra's all like, yeah, oh no, Father's gonna be here. It's gonna be so great. And then Sarah fights one more of the moon children that are on Ifrit's side, which takes the form of the game's final boss, Majora's Wrath. And she's unable to fight it physically, but then she plays the Song of Healing, which results in the Moonchild getting destroyed and Ifrit getting replaced by the father, which is this weird, distorted image of a guy. And from there, she shows the father this pendant full of all the memories of the previous children that was given to her by Ifrit. And from there, she's able to have a conversation with the father and discovers that the father is just an AI program designed to do what's best for the world. And can only do things as a reaction to other things. And basically, she starts saying she starts basically bargaining with him, and he's saying like, "Yeah, I'll reboot this world. I'll give Ben a proper body, and I'll delete all the other children, and who knows what's going to happen to them after this." And from there, it just kind of ends. Just Deducible did make okay, he made 2 more episodes. One of them being an epilogue, which is okay, they're both jokes. One of them is like an epilogue where people made fun of the new arc of Ben Drown for being like too much of an anime, so the new ending is just him parodying that. And then by like actually making it full on anime. And then the other is a sequel to a joke video he made. Well, that was 10 minutes. That was okay. This video is gonna be eternal. Thinking I'll do like a third of this tier maybe for the first part of this tier. Not even close to a third of this tier. I'm not even close yet. It's already like probably over an hour long. Download. Yes, thank you. Wait, no, don't download that. Don't, why am I downloading that again? What's going on there? I'm gonna log into ClipChamp, so. Why don't you have me signed in into Google? All right. And while this audio is being processed, it's time to move on.
Yeah, I talked about this a couple.
It's time to move on to Keyboard Cat.
Yeah, I talked about this a couple days ago.
Charlie, stop. Okay. Yes. Next thing on the iceberg. Finally. I just get to watch something nice and relaxing after all that. Oh, that's right. I have a playlist. Hold on. Yeah, here it is. Massive YouTube best favorite video list. I can just pull it up here. Wait. I actually saw some pretty cool video right there. Alright, never mind. I don't know what that was, so I guess I'll never know. Yeah. Well, okay, keyboard cat. Come on, just show me the keyboard cat. Am I supposed to go in depth with this? No, but okay. I wish playlist didn't do this. Stop. Okay, playlist games. I don't automatically want to go to the next video. Why are there so many comments in this whatever language this is? Is that Russian? I think that's Russian. Well, this is this close to finishing the. Okay, so I'm going to. I'm gonna end the stream right now. I'll probably come back in like a few minutes, but yeah. So bye.